Well, that's a little bit awkward, really. We've just lost. We're out of the Carabao Cup at the quarter-final stage, and Tottenham have inflicted pain and have got revenge from the big win that Arsenal got in the Premier League 16 days ago. 16 days on from that Premier League win, Arsenal have fallen into back-to-back defeats, including losing to their North London rivals. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Spurs were into the last four, and they have beaten us at the Emirates for just the second time in the history since Arsenal have moved to the Emirates Stadium. This is just the second time. This is only Tottenham Hotspur's second ever win at the Emirates Stadium, and they achieved it in style. Alli, in the end, has sent us home. Welcome back to Analysing Arsenal. These are my thoughts on finishing to the game at the Emirates Stadium in the Carabao Cup quarter-final as Arsenal faced Tottenham Hotspur. A repeat of December 2nd's Premier League North London derby, which saw Unai Emery get his first ever North London derby win. 16 days later, he gets his first ever North London derby defeat. Mauricio Pochettino gets revenge and Spurs move into the semi-final stage. Now, I mean, I don't want to rant tonight, because I don't actually think Arsenal played particularly badly tonight. I think it was a game where in flurries Arsenal were better than Tottenham, but kind of going forward Spurs had kind of more initiative, more power, and they were just simply the better side going forward, and they had two really good opportunities and they took both of those. The defending for both of the goals, and both of the goals that Arsenal conceded were frankly just, I mean, they're just quite embarrassing really. And that has really kind of undone us tonight, and it was a carbon copy. Both goals you could have just replayed. They were very similar. Tottenham Hotspur's first goal on 20 minutes and Tottenham Hotspur's second goal on 59 minutes. Both of them were very similar in the way that Tottenham executed them, from goalkeeper to putting the ball into the back of the net. They were very, very similar goals, and defensively we just weren't really there. And Spurs in that first half just dominated, and I think really the game kind of had a huge change. The big moment is when Mkhitaryan missed on 15 minutes a golden opportunity to put Arsenal a goal to the good, which would have changed the entire complexion of the game, would have changed the entire kind of overall way that game played out, because as soon as Mkhitaryan missed that, it lifted Spurs. They got more confident, they got more aggressive, and then that kind of aggression, that kind of confidence that was lifted by Mkhitaryan's miss kind of, resulted in Spurs taking the lead and, scoring a really, really nice goal. Both of the goals that actually Tottenham scored this evening were really, really nice goals. If we look at the teams, so Petr Cech came in instead of Leno, and we had Maitland-Niles in defence, Granit Xhaka almost playing in the back, well, it was a back three really, with Lucas Torreira and Daisy, and then it was Ramsey, Iwobi, Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang. So Aaron Ramsey and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang kind of were, well, I mean, Aubameyang started the North London derby, but it was the introduction to Aaron Ramsey and also Alexandre Lacazette 16 days ago that just kind of, perplexed Arsenal into an unbelievable second half, from, being 2-1 down, winning the game by 4 goals to 2. And, Aaron Ramsey was in that number 10 role. Mesut Ozil was left out for tactical reasons. I mean, that in itself is tactical reasons. It kind of says a lot, really, about how Unai Emery feels about Mesut Ozil. And we just didn't really, even though we had kind of flurries and spells where we looked decent, we didn't really, create many clear-cut chances. And the chances that were clear-cut, I have to give praise and props to their goalkeeper. I think it's Gazzaniga. Bloody hell. Some of the saves that Gazzaniga made, I looked at that lineup and thought, oh my god, Lloris is not in the starting lineup. Oh, happy bloody days, we're going to get a shot, we're going to score. He was absolutely on fire. He was really, really good, the Tottenham goalkeeper. Never heard of him, ever. And, he made some, really world-class saves. There was a couple of moments where he made a couple of really kind of big errors, and us wasn't able to capitalise on those errors. He made those errors, and we couldn't kind of, what we probably would have done 16 days ago, we just weren't able to capitalise. We just missed that kind of, spark in going forward and creating chances. a couple of chances, Mkhitaryan's chance where he was clean through, a lovely 1-2 between Ramsey into Mkhitaryan, clean through, 1-on-1 with Gazzaniga, he makes a brilliant save, Gazzaniga, and Henrik Mkhitaryan really should be burying there. He goes kind of left, and he should have really kind of sticked it, right, and kind of, tried to slide it and slot it past Gazzaniga. He hits it straight at him, and, it is actually quite an easy save, but it's a good save. It doesn't matter how easy the save was, it is a ridiculously good save that was made. And like I said, that gave kind of Spurs confidence. And the first goal that Tottenham scored, with obviously tonight we had VAR implemented, and I was looking at it and just I was kind of probably saying what every single Arsenal fan was saying. This surely is offside. So it came from the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper Gazzaniga put the ball all the way up to Dele Alli, and it was Dele Alli who put the ball over the top into Son. And he kind of broke past the back line, but he was just onside. There was not a lot in it whatsoever. Originally, I looked at it and thought that is surely offside, and it wasn't. And he was 1-on-1 with Cech, and he just had the composure, the calmness, and the coolness to kind of, put the ball into the back of the net. A really, really nice finish by Son, and it gave Tottenham Hotspur the lead. And it was, I have to say, it was coming. From the moment that we missed that shot through Mkhitaryan, and I think one of the first 10 minutes it was quite an even game. We started quite brightly, we started quite smoothly, and then Spurs kind of got into it. And as I said, that kind of almost mistake Mkhitaryan made, Spurs just kind of kicked on really from that moment. Got the goal through Son, and I would say probably the last 15 minutes of the first half were kind of, Arsenal picked up a little bit, and we kind of went into half-time looking like we're very much still in this game. I expected Unai Emery to kind of put a rocket up, Arsenal's arses at half-time, come out into the second half and do what we have been doing over the last kind of couple of weeks and months, it has to be said, by coming out and kind of, solving the problems that have been created in the first 45 minutes. We normally come out and we just storm the second half. And we started well, but then we never really kind of kicked on. We never really looked like, creating and getting into a position where we were going to really look, deadly. And every time we kind of got into that position, Gazzaniga made a really, really good save. And then Harry Kane comes on, and it was quite funny, some of the chants. People, the Arsenal fans were saying, you shit when you talk, you shit when you talk, Harry Kane, you shit when you talk. And the other one is that he's one fuckle, Harry Kane is one fuckle. Those did kind of, bring a smile to my face. It was the only thing that brought a smile to my face this evening. And again, Harry Kane comes on, and again it comes from Gazzaniga in the second half, a goal kick that goes up to Harry Kane, and he puts the ball over into Dele Alli, who this time, even though he was onside, and because VAR kind of was there, that you're not going to have a decision and a moment where that should have been given as offside, he again was just onside, just time his run. But our defence tonight at times was non-existent. I mean, I understand Granit Xhaka being put into the back, and also Mkhitaryan at times was, protecting Maitland-Niles. But defensively, we weren't at it. Just what I saw, exactly what I saw on Sunday against Southampton was exactly what I saw tonight. Just poor defensive play. And that was ultimately our downfall. And Dele Alli's kind of, chip up and over, past Cech into the back of the net. Such a cute, both of, Spurs' goals were cute, calm and collective. Petr Cech probably could have done better for the first one. Couldn't really do anything for the second one. But, once Spurs got that second goal, that was it. Lacazette came on, Nketiah came on, or Eddie Nketiah, I don't really know how to say his name. But, we kind of threw everything at it, but we never kicked on. And it was quite a stale last kind of 15 minutes, because Spurs knew that they had the win in the bag, and we didn't really create anything going forward. So it's disappointing. It's always disappointing to lose a North London derby. And, again, I'm not panicking. Yes, I wanted to see how far we could get in this competition. I wanted Odo to win as many trophies as possible. He's still on for the Europa League. He's still on for the FA Cup. That hasn't even got going yet. And we're very much still on course for getting into the top four. We must respond. We've got Burnley at the weekend just before Christmas. We've then got Brighton and then Liverpool. So our last home game is played on December 22nd. We then finish off the year with 2 away games. And then we kind of go into the new year. I think it's Fulham that we've got on New Year's Day. I believe it's Fulham anyway. And then we kind of go into FA Cup kind of, football in I think it's the 2nd or 3rd week of January. So we're still on to, potentially, wind up with 2 trophies and a place in the Champions League, which would be a successful season. If Unai Emery could get to the Champions League and then also round it off with a trophy, that is a outstanding season. Just getting into the Champions League on its own without a trophy is a good season. In my eyes, it's a successful season. But, we now need to respond because it's back-to-back defeats. And we're going to get it because, many people have said that we've been carried away and, our luck, we're only just riding our luck. And, I can see where people are coming from, but you're going to get all of it now. Christmas period, back-to-back defeats, same old Arsenal. It's not same old Arsenal. You so can see under Unai Emery that we are going in the right direction, that this is a completely different side. It's not been a great week for Arsenal, but it's going to be interesting because we've seen Unai Emery ride his, luck at times and go on an incredible run. Now we've got to see this Arsenal side stand up, have a backbone and get back to winning ways. We haven't seen it in previous seasons. It's a real kind of test for Unai Emery and those players to get back to winning ways. And the best way to do that is to do that on Saturday against Burnley. Go into Christmas, back on, a winning kind of run, back to winning ways. And, we've got 3 games. I mean, potentially, if we can beat, Burnley and Brighton, which I think we will, if we can then somehow go to Anfield and beat them or even, get a point, we're going to be back to kind of where we were just before these 2 games. It's a little setback, but these are the kind of moments and what we're going to be seeing. Has this Arsenal side got the bottles to come back from a poor week? Has Unai Emery got kind of, the mentality and the tactics around him to get this Arsenal side back to winning ways? So I'm not worried at the moment. I don't think Arsenal fans should be worried at the minute. It's disappointing losing the North London derby in this way, going out of the Carabao Cup. Obviously, we got battered in the final last year against Manchester City. We weren't able to go the full distance, and Manchester City are going to win it most likely. So even if we managed to get into the semi-final and then the final, if we came up against Manchester City, we probably were going to lose. If we'd come up against Chelsea, that would be quite. I mean, we beat Chelsea in the semi-finals last year, and I think on our day we could match Chelsea, and obviously also Burton. I think Chelsea. I mean, the last time I checked, that Chelsea were winning by a 1-0. So I think they did end up, so they're into the semi-final. So in the semi-final, you've got Spurs, Manchester City, Burton and Chelsea. So, you're going to get quite an interesting semi-final, whether it's Man City, Chelsea, Man City, Spurs, Man City, Burton. I think whoever gets Burton is going to be the lucky kind of, they're the lucky men going into this draw. But we just need to kind of, move on, focus to go into Christmas back on winning ways and kind of see what this side are made of and look to see how we respond at the weekend in the Premier League. Looking to bounce back from a disappointing Premier League defeat and a disappointing Carabao Cup defeat that we have suffered tonight. And I'm going to leave Analysing Arsenal there. Now, this is the last Analysing Arsenal before Christmas. I'm out on Saturday. I'm going to be watching the game out and about, so I won't be able to do a match review, but I will be touching on what happens at the Emirates on Saturday in the Analysing Arsenal video that you can see on Boxing Day. So it will be kind of a double match review, giving my thoughts and feelings to Arsenal against Burnley, and then also the main one will be Brighton up against Arsenal. And stay tuned, we have got content on its way, and if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to it if you're on around here, and check out my great content as well. So this is the final quick video. I will start that again. This is the beauty of doing a London video. I've done so well tonight. This is the final video before Christmas, so have a lovely Christmas, and this is the episode now. Take care, and I shall see you all later. Take care, and I shall see you all very, very, very soon. Take care, see you later. Bye-bye.